Okay, all of you. Good morning. So, today's video, in previous videos, I've explained about this what is water resources, importance of water resources, and also potential of water resources regarding uh, potentiality of drinking water and irrigation potentiality. Today, I'm going to explain about potentiality of hydroelectricity in Nepal and other potentiality. So, now today what? Potentiality of hydroelectricity in Nepal. Okay, theoretically Nepal's hydro potentiality is estimated to be 83,000 megawatt, but technically and economically the feasible potential is estimated to be 45,000 megawatt and 42,000 megawatt respectively. Now okay, it is said that theoretically the Nepal has 83,000 megawatt capacity to produce hydroelectricity, but and technically it has 45,000 megawatt capacity, and economically Nepal has potential of producing 42,000 megawatt capacity electricity. The Karnali Mahakali rivers system represents the estimate 43% of theoretical hydropower potential and 55% of technical and economical potential. Now it said that whenever this Karnali and Mahakali rivers, theoretically they have 43% and 55% on technical and economical potentials. The theoretical, technical, economical potential of hydropower of Nepal is classified within the major river systems and are summarized in the table. So it is given on table also. You can see the tables from your books. I hope you all have books. It is given that Saptakosi and Saptagandaki, Karnali and Mahakali, southern rivers and country totals. So it is given that all that data you can see from your books. Okay, next now other potential uses of water resources in Nepal. Okay, besides drinking water, irrigation, hydropower potential, there are also other potential uses of water resources in Nepal, which includes the use of water resources in household, fisheries, industrial, recreational, and environmental activities. Now, number one, it is said that household activities. The use of water resources for normal household purpose or activities includes food preparations, bathing, flushing toilets, washing clothes, dishes, washing plates, watering garden, etc. So now, along with that, irrigations, along with that, hydroelectricity, drinking water. Now, water also can be used, potential water also has, in household activities like we have to use water for bathing, cooking, cooking foods, cleaning our toilets, washing clothes, washing dishes, gardening our, regarding what? Watering in our gardens. Now fisheries. The water resources can be used for fisheries that can improve the food and nutrition security and increase income and livelihood of the citizen nation. Now it is said that water also can be used for fisheries. So water can be also used for what? Fish farming. Because when you do fish farming, what happens? It also increase the income. It also provides job opportunity for the public. Plus, it also provides what? Nutritious foods, or improve food for the publics. Now, industrial activities. The initial use of water resources includes water used for such purpose as fabricating, processing, washing, distilling, cooling, and transporting a product, incorporating water into a product, or for sanitation needs within the manufacturing facility. So it is said that water also can be used in industry also, like water can be used for fabricating, processing, washing, diluting, cooling, or transporting goods from one place to another place. Now recreation activities. Now some recreation activities that takes place in or on the water are swimming, water skiing, underwater diving, sailing, boating, rafting, etc. These activities, is performed properly, can deliver benefit to the health and well-being of the people. Now, I said that we can use water for recreation activities also, because in water we can do many type of recreation activities like swimming, bathing, diving, okay, boating also, rafting. So these are some activities that we can do in waters, which creates recreation to the public. Plus, it also exercise the people. Plus, it also keeps the better health for the people. Now, environmental activities. Now, water is also equally important to maintain the environment balance, as to link and maintain all ecosystem on the planet. Water helps the plant to grow, provides from a permanent home for species that live within it, or provides temporary home or breeding ground for multiple amphibians, insects, and other bathed organisms, and provides the natural nutrition and minerals necessary to sustain physical life. The alteration of natural water movements and abstraction of large volumes of water changes the natural system in a significant way. Now it said that water is also very important to maintain the environments, to maintain the ecosystems, and plus water also very important to those species that lives in water, like usually aquatic animals, and water also which are necessary to breed for many insects and other lives. And water is also very necessary to maintain the nutrients of the plants, and for the preparation of plants, for the what? For the food preparation of plants and all. Okay, now also to maintain water, water cycles. What water transportations? Now next is what? Waterway transportations. This is policy of developing inland waterway transportation between Nepal and India through big rivers of Nepal. It said that potential of Nepalese river, it also has to develop transportations. Like it said that Nepal river can link with the Indian river, so that with the help of Nepal river we can transport our products, transport our goods to the India, which is very cheapest means of transportations. So today in this video I have explained you regarding what potential of water resources, and I hope you all have understood, and you can see your books also and you can note on it. Thank you all of you.